So welcome back everyone, my name is Echo, hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. In today's Minecraft video, we have a brand new beta for Minecraft Pocket Edition, the Bedrock version. This is the beta version 1.18.20.21. It is available for Android, Xbox, and Windows 10. Here is the official confirmation from Megaspud, Community Manager. Happy Thursday. We have a new Minecraft Bedrock Edition beta rolling out today. Updated new world screen, 64-bit world seeds. They're looking for feedback and also the changelog. If you want the changelog, it is down below. So yeah, today is a very good day because today in this beta, two things have happened. Number one, we are no longer in the 1.18.10 betas, which means version 1.18.10 should be out in the next, I don't know, next 1, 2, 3 weeks. And we have new UI changes. Finally, we have an updated UI system for creating worlds, etc. Now, like Megaspud mentioned, this is currently a beta feature, and they are looking for feedback. Going back quite some time ago, they gave us the updated achievement screen, trophy screen, which is so much cleaner. Now, I want to explain everything about this, but we have so many things to go through. It took me quite some time to record and edit today's video. If you could drop a like, I do really appreciate it. First thing I want to mention is, for the first time of you playing this, click on play and click create new. You'll probably notice that nothing is new in here. Well, at the top it says, do you want to try the new UI? It's not complete yet, but we wanted to give you an early opportunity to try it out. Only available for certain devices and scenarios. So I'm guessing if you don't see this, it's not supported in your version just yet. Again, it's still a work in progress. So if we tap on this, it just says settings will not be saved. You'll have to start again if you go back, etc. Let's go to the new design without saving. And it is so much better. I'm so happy to finally get my hands on this. Again, not everything is there. Obviously, you could type your seed. So it could be, let's say, 1.18.20.21 test world. I don't know. The world name looks so much cleaner. Pretty obvious. You've got creative and survival with a little bit more details down here. And hopefully this is going to be easy on all platforms, whether you're on PC like me, whether you're on Android or iOS, or whether you're going to be on Xbox, Switch, or PlayStation, etc. So that's general. Now, I did show you these in a previous video, and that's that they're using icons to indicate what is what. So if we go to advanced, you can see here you've got the world seed at the top. Honestly, though, I feel like I would rather have had the world seed on the main page, personally. But anyway, it's inside of here. If you tap it and it goes green, it obviously means it's activated. So then we would be activating flat worlds. Obviously, it's currently disabled. You could have your starting map on or off. It's like a light switch, and I really like the small animation that they've got going on there. By default, you've got a couple of other things enabled. So by default, things like friendly fire, fire spread, TNT, mob loot, natural regen, they are already on by default. And then you got a couple more things down here, such as simulation distance. I really like the font. I know it's the same Minecraft font that we have, but it's so much thicker and bolder and a little bit smaller, which I kind of prefer. Then you've got the multiplayer experience, and I talked about this in my previous video. So if you're on multiplayer, if you're a visitor, they kind of have like no arms, right? They can't do anything. If you're a member, yeah, you can break and place blocks. So you are given this tiny little pickaxe, and if you have an operator, you're like a wizard. Hands are in the air with particles. I think it's brilliant. You've got cheats as well. Always day, normal. It's going to take me a while to get used to these, to be honest with you, activating all the cheats. I'd have to turn it on over there. Oh, I just realized that when you activate it, it doesn't pop up and say achievements are disabled there. So that's something that we're still yet to see introduced. Normal, always day, normal, always day. Oh, I'm so glad that they've added a big button for this one. So daylight cycle would be normal, goes from day to night, always day. That's something I always do as a YouTube creator, and a lot of other YouTube creators do it as well. And then you've got keep inventory, and you can change these. And again, it's pretty simple. And then you've got resource packs. Resource packs are currently under construction. The same with behaviors pack, so you've got no changes here. So if you are in beta and you do want to use the beta version, please understand that there's no way for you to fully import your behaviors or resource packs at this moment. I know a lot of people on Android like to join beta and stay in beta. These are not working. And then you've got beta features such as the wild update, vanilla experiments. Hey, there you go. Keep original settings. Activate beta settings. Yeah, so you could just mess around with all of these. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the new UI change. So let's say you don't like it, right? You are able to go back. If you tap on this button, you're able to go back to the old design. The game is going to reload. It's that simple. It's that simple. Tap of a button, go to the old one, go to the new one. The new one is going to take quite some time to get used to. And as mentioned, they are actively looking for feedback. So I'll leave a link down below as to where you can leave feedback for the new UI experience. I'm curious on your opinions in the comments section. Right, let's go through the rest of today's changes, because there's a lot of them. Again, if you could drop a like, it took me a very long time to set up today's video. Looking at the emote screen, they haven't changed this yet, which I did show you some images that it was like a D-pad button. So yeah, no changes to this yet. No changes to resource packs or behaviors packs. All right, let's go through this week's changes. Starting off with experimental features. Starting off with frogs. They've been updated and changed again. Frogs now jump more frequently. Frog eggs renamed to frog spawn. My wish has been given. So yeah, it was called frog eggs. It's really weird that I know quite a lot about frogs. I have a pond in my garden. I get frog spawn every single year. But they named them frog eggs. Now, apparently, a couple more things here that I want to go over. It says, the time for frog spawn to hatch into tadpoles has been increased. It also says, frog spawn has a new texture. So, it has a new texture. Honestly, I never paid attention to the previous texture. I'm guessing just slight pixel changes there, because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pixels, I'm guessing, for each one of these. So yeah, that has changed. We've already gone over that. It then says tadpole hitbox is now larger, so they're bigger. And nope, I'm still missed. There's still just there you go. It's a little bit easier for people to hit now. And you can see this giant circle underneath them as well. So you just no, he's quick. He's a quick little guy. So they should be a lot easier for you to hit. No tadpoles were hurt in the making of today's video. Frogs in meadow biomes are now of the temperature variant. So remember, frogs are biome dependent. Animation tweaks. Tweaked frogs jump and tongue animation. So the way they jump is slightly different. Oh, you can see how it kind of goes back on its hind legs and then jumps rather than just, come on, he like books back. Yeah, you can see it. Kind of reminds me a little bit of how foxes are going to change for the Bedrock version. And apparently a change to how they eat in terms of their tongue. Come on, get him, frog. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. There you go. But yeah, that is the changes. I really like how they jump, though. Get on their back legs and kind of push upwards. So yeah, I imagine frogs will still keep getting tweaked and changes. I love these little guys. Oh yeah, and you can see like how you could see how this arm or leg was kind of leaning forward. I keep having orbs follow me. Yeah, you can see how one of their hands kind of leads forward instead of the other one. It says, cleaned up the animation, entity, and controller files. Changed water and swim animation from linear to smooth. Now, this could be a couple of things, because I did notice that I feel like I swim in a lot more of a smoother action, but I think it's to do with when you go from standing still to a swimming animation and that smooth transition. But again, I'm not 100% sure. If anyone can correct me, leave a comment down below. Getting into the non-experimental features and bug fixes, vanilla parity. Worlds can now be created with 64-bit seeds. Now, there's loads of numbers here. It says, and those can be copied between Bedrock and Java to produce the same world. Now, I'm going to go over the bug report, but just in short, what this means is, so if anyone's like recently been looking for a new world in 1.18 and you've tried to find a Java seed because of seed parity and you've copied it from Java, but on Bedrock it decides not to work. That is what that fix is. So you should see Java seeds now successfully working on Bedrock. This does not mean things like villages or, let's say, spawners or anything else will still be in the same place. Terrain should be the same in caves and locations, but the likes of villages and dungeons and things like that can slightly differ. So you're going to have to go and mess around with that. That is a very, very big change for the Bedrock version. Let's go to the bug report. Negative seeds are not in Parity, as you can see, fixed in this version. So it says, I used the seed -55555, as you can see. So Bedrock -55555. If we go to this one, this is the Bedrock spawn. If we go across again, this is the exact same seed, and this is on Java. So you can see they spawned here on Java, but on Bedrock, they spawned here. The seeds are not the same, but you can see the seed up there is the same as this seed right there. So yeah, big change. Seed parity still being slightly tweaked, but this is a good change. So if you're in beta, go and mess around with some Java seeds and they should successfully work. So whenever you find a Minecraft seed now, it should work for both versions successfully. Non-numeric seed UI inputs now produce the same seed as Java edition. Again, all the seed changes in one place for this latest beta. Player's arm no longer twitches while charging a bow. So they recently fixed in 1.18.10 bows shaking. You can see my bow is not shaking. This is to do with aiming in. Whenever you were aiming in, your arms would also shake. Let me show you the bug report. Bow pullback animation in third person is broken. Just watch this and you will see as, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Alex is kind of having a little bit of a fit right there. It's been fixed. And another one, falling blocks have full block hitbox again. And then we have another one, which is fixed an error where journeyman clerks would offer glowstone dust instead of glowstone blocks. Stick around until the end of the video. We have even more changes with villages, by the way. Untamed wolves can now be leashed again. So you couldn't do this previously, but now this little guy, he might not be mine, but he's still leashed. They still need to fix this thing going through my head, though. Like, wait, like, now it's on my feet. But then it's like in my eye. Honestly, anyone else get really annoyed by this bug on Bedrock and just don't want to use leashes because of this? It's so annoying, man, but that's been fixed. Couple of changes with blocks. TNT blocks now correctly move in a random X and Z direction. Once lit, fixed an issue with resource drops occasionally remaining black after breaking and placing a block quickly in its place. Top snow no longer clips with blocks beneath when falling. Changes with commands. Added the has item filter for target selector of entities. This allows the player to target entities based on the items that they have in their inventory or are wearing. Gameplay changes. Fixed fangs from the illager spells not being spawnable in blocks with no bounding boxes. Water and lava buckets can now be used on underwater blocks, cohabitating with water such as light blocks or big drip leaf. We have a bug report. Here is the active bug report. If we watch the video here, sometimes it's hard to watch, but basically he tries to tap a bucket on the light source and it's simply not possible. It's fixed this week. So I have a light block here. I also have a big drip leaf, which I'm just going to put to there. If I was to put lava on this now, it works successfully. If I was to put water on this now, it works successfully. It's the same with underwater as well. So if this is like down here and we did it down there, it now updates and works correctly. You'll be pleased to know players in visitor mode can no longer break paintings and minecarts. It says teleporting vertically beyond the visibility distance now loads the terrain correctly. We got a bug report. So this is to do with teleporting over a certain distance. Basically, when you tap on it, your world will look like this. I want to know how this person got this down here. I thought that was pretty cool. But you can see here, nothing loads in at all or works correctly when teleporting over distances on certain coordinates. Improved accuracy of damage calculations. Now that's going to be an interesting one. Does that mean they're slowly starting to work on the combat system? Interesting. It says fixed an issue where interacting with the bell while holding a chargeable item would not continuously ring it, and there is a bug report as well. Simple. Holding down right click while looking at a bell only rings the bell once and then uses the item when holding a usable item. So you'll see here they're looking at a bow. This is Java. You can see right there on Java that it holds it down and taps it. If we compare it to the Bedrock version, you will see here they're trying to do the exact same thing. It rings it once and then it fires it at it. So fixed this week. Fixed a bug where the player could switch to gliding when riding in certain scenarios. This one's pretty fun. Let me show you. Horse riding problem after logging back into the world with an Elytra on. Check this out. So it basically activates fly mode, and you are, in fact, flying inside of the horse. I did see Silent Whisper did a video on this. Thought it was pretty funny. Should be fixed this week. Changes with mobs. Mobs are now able to path over azalea blocks. Mobs are now able to path over drip leaf blocks and properly pathfind on top of them when not fully tilted. Mobs are now able to pathfind over pointed dripstone blocks and properly pathfind on top of them. Mobs can now move properly on top of solid partial blocks like bells, bring stands, and enchantment tables. Mobs can now jump from high enough solid partial blocks to full ones at a higher position. Mobs can now jump over fences if they are standing on an adjacent slab or on another block high enough. And then there's some other changes there, but I want to quickly show you these ones. So starting off with this, right? And then we do have a bug report for this one. So let's start with the bug report. So you'll see in this video here that the mob won't go over the azalea at all. They have to kind of go around it. So basically, the azalea kind of had some form of hidden hitbox. So I'll go over all of these. The first one is if we put we'll put the husk in there and villager over there. As you can see, he can now jump out, but they seem to still be a little bit higher. We'll do another one there. There you go. He can get out of there. See? Takes him a little bit of time, though. He doesn't get out straight away. Does not get out straight away, does he? Put that there. Takes him a couple of times. Another one is to do with tilted drip leaf. So they can now pathfind on these. And if I grab a couple of these, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of these. If we can do this real quick, we'll put husk and villager. Kind of hard to do. But they can pathfind over these a little bit better. And this is the same with pointed as well. I tested this with pigs. But if we put that there, we need him to get out, actually. So there you go. He showed you. Put that there. Put that there. He will pathfind successfully over this, and they can now pathfind correctly over all of these things as well. Sorry, villagers. Yep, they can now get on top of them, pathfind through them, move through them, and this is the same with this one as well. So if we just go over a couple more details, I didn't place down fences, but it says here, mobs can now move through less than half block tall top snow, even when the ceiling, if any, is as tall as the mob themselves. So if we were to, let's just quickly because you can use these usually to block mobs off, right? So if we put this in here, it's hard to do because I'm going to have to get another block here. So if we go 1, 2, and we do tops, we have to do 3 actually. Do it like this. And let's put a mob in there. It's hard to do. But basically they can pathfind a lot better. I did it with a pig. Put a pig in here. So put a pig in there. And you'll notice that he will pathfind through and walk through. Come on, piggy. Show everybody on the YouTubes what you're doing. He's like, nope, being stubborn, not gonna do it. But anyway, trust me, I tested it. They can pathfind correctly. Oops, my villager kinda got in trouble. Anyway, fixed an issue where players could not access a villager's trade while holding a spawn egg. I'm not gonna show you the bug report, but it is as simple as having a spawn egg in your hand, having a villager, placing down the villager away from the husk, and trying to tap on him with the spawn egg. Last week, or previously, you weren't able to tap on the villager with a spawn egg to trade. You'd have to go to your empty hand or another item. Go on, you're free to go. It's been fixed. They have fixed an issue where witches spawned during village raids could despawn during the raid. Cod, salmon, pufferfish, tropical fish, and dolphins once again spawn in deep variations of ocean biomes. Here's the bug report, and you could literally see how dead and desolate these biomes were. Well, honestly, I kind of liked these biomes being like this. It was cold and I felt like things wouldn't spawn. That's where Minecraft needs to have more biome-specific mobs, because there's always like really weird creatures that can survive in these cold waters. But yeah, this week you will see those fish and dolphins, etc. come back. User interface changes. Default tabs changed to craftable on left side and to crafting on the right side of the Pocket UI inventory screen. Removed the question mark button on the Pocket UI. Items requiring 3x3 recipes are no longer shown when the crafting table is not used. Players can now use auto move to take off or equip armor in crafting tables menu while in Pocket UI. So here's the bug report. It was reported back in November or December, unable to remove armor while in crafting table Pocket UI. I think I've seen this one before though. But yeah, basically you just couldn't remove anything or grab it or change it. Finally fixed this week. So if you're on Android, please go and try this and let me know if it has been fixed. Updated generic controller face button icons on mobile. Control plus backspace will now erase the whole word before the caret. Control plus delete will now erase the whole word after the caret. Control plus left arrow will now move the caret to the beginning of the word before the caret. Control plus right arrow will now move the caret to the beginning of the next word after the caret. Honestly, chat, I have no idea what this is about. I'm guessing it's to do with like controller stuff, right? I haven't used a controller for Minecraft for quite some time. So again, let me know how this is and how it works. It should just make typing things and deleting things a little bit easier. So there has been a couple of updates with villages. Updated villager trade tables for armorer, clerk, fisherman, shepherd, toolsmith, and weaponsmith to match Java Edition. So a secret parity change there. Fixed an issue where villagers did not hold the item they would trade when presented with emeralds by the player. So as you know, if you hold an emerald in front of a villager, he will show you what he can trade. I can't click on these images because they're slightly bugged today, but it wasn't showing the correct item or no item at all has been fixed. It was submitted back in December of 2021. Villagers no longer avoid zombified piglins. So previously, if you had a villager and a zombified piglin, these guys would run away scared, completely scared. Now they are no longer scared of these. They're somewhat friends. Strange one. Villagers no longer share seeds and beetroot seeds. Technical updates. It says, important. In this release, and starting with this beta, we are removing the additional modding capabilities experiment. This experiment contained experimental JavaScript APIs. Launched in 2018, and with this removal, JavaScript within worlds associated with this API will no longer function. Game test framework, a separate JavaScript API, should not be impacted, nor should behavior pack/resource pack type of add-ons more broadly. So they're removing one modding capability, but don't panic too much because the game test is basically what they're removing, more updated and better. And last but not least, changelog. Let's go and check it out. So quite a lot of technical update changes here. Like I said, we have changes to additional modding capabilities, changes to commands and Molang and user face. And it says here experimental technical updates. Changes with commands and game test framework. If you're into modding or the coding side of Minecraft, the official changelog is down below. Go and check it out. Whew, another week, another beta, but this week it was a really, really good one, and I hope I've done the best I possibly could to keep you all updated. Frogs are really cool, though. I really like the changes with frogs, and of course, I love the changes with the UI. Leave your opinions on it. You just can't access resource packs or behaviors packs. That will be changed in the future. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.